Welcome, Tiger Teachers. I wanted to show you a way that you can give quizzes online through Google Forms where it will automatically grade it for you. So let's get started. First, you want to go into Google Forms. So a shortcut for any of the Google products is backslash and the product you want to use. So in this case, I want to use Google Forms, so it'll be backslash forms. Once your screen loads, it will look like this. So you can click on blank form. You can choose one of these, but there's no harm in using the blank one. You can always customize it yourself anyway. Obviously you would title it and all of that, but the trick to make it a quiz is to use this gear up here. So you click on gear, you go to quizzes, make this a quiz. Release grade. So immediately after each submission would be if you don't have any open-ended questions. If you have open-ended questions or something, you would want to review it first because it'll automatically mark the open-endeds wrong. And then you click save. And then you create your quiz. So I'm going to type in a choice and then show you what the next step is. So I've created a test question. I made it multiple choice. And now what I want to do is I want to go down to answer key. Actually, you want to make it required as well or else they can skip it. So click on answer key and then you choose the correct answer and then you assign the amount of points that you want to make this. I'm going to make this a 20 question test. And then you move on to the next question. So you go up to this little plus right here and you move on and you add another question. And then once you're done, you click send. You get the link. You copy it. Depending on how you're delivering this, if you're using Google Classes, then you just go in and assign it. You can create it and then assign it. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the student side when they see a quiz available. So I am a student in my course under a different Google login. So I'm going to go to US History 2 where I have a take-home test for the students to take. Actually, you got to go to classwork. And down to assessments. So this is their take-home test. And you build it in there as an assignment. They click on the link. And then the test pops up. And then they just answer the test. And it'll self-populate. So not self-populate. They'll be able to answer the questions on here. And then they click submit, and then it comes to me. So what I do on my end, now I'm back in my teacher Google Classroom. So then what I do is I go down to the assignment. I'm in senior seminar. US 2. Okay, so I click on the assignment. I do the same thing they do to get into it. You could also get in from Google Drive. This for me just is easier. And then up here it gives you choices over here. Go to edit. And then you click on responses. And this is each of the students' test results. Last time I checked, not many students have taken it. Okay. So it also populates some interesting data. So it gives you how many students, like I said, not very many students have taken it so far, but it gives me the data. So I know if every student got a question wrong, then I know that we need to revisit that topic. So some of these, I'm going to have to revisit them. Ones that they all got correct, they got it. So what you want to do if you have to check the tests individually, if you have open-ended questions, you go to individual, and then here's the test. So this was my answer key. That's why there's no name. But let's go to let's go to the student. So here's green if it's correct, red if it's not. I had open-ended, so I had to check. So here's the student's response. Here were the answers I was willing to accept. You can see it's the same, so you would have to plug in their 5 points. This would be blank. I've already graded this one. So you have to plug in the 5 points to show that it was correct, and then move on to your next open-ended. And then at the top, it will say release score. This is if you chose to hold the score to check open-ended. If you automatically did it, you wouldn't have to do this step. This is only if you have open-ended questions on here. And then the students will get an email with what their score is. So all you have to do at this point would be to look right here where the student's score is and plug it into Genesis. That's all there is. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. It's jsia@camden, blah, blah, blah. Or you can stop by T23. I'll see you around.